What is up? Good morning and greetings, friends, and welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado, registered pharmacist number 12275. I specialize in using nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your vitality and health and well-being and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body, you are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health issue. That is why we are here every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 27 years of practicing pharmacy, I have seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and hypertension and obesity and skin diseases like acne and eczema, psoriasis, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds. Recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle. But what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, no miracle at all, because the human biological system is a healing system. It's a regenerating system. It is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. It is standard operating procedure for the human body, and while some folks may call that a miracle, it really is just the way the body works. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, if you want to get off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we can help you. Our number is 855-660-4261. If you have questions about the longevity products or ingredients or formulations or skincare, again, 855-660-4261 is our Bright Side phone number, and we love hearing from you, especially if you have a success story or if you just want to contribute to the conversation, 855-660-4261. If you want to purchase any of the longevity products, or if you want to join the Bright Side Ben team and start yourself a longevity business for a one-time $10 fee, you can make some money selling longevity products, get your products at the wholesale price, help spread the word about the power and importance of a good nutritional supplement program, and enjoy all the tax benefits associated with having your own business, all for a one-time $10 fee. Check out my website, brightsideben.com, and click on the Join the Team link on the bottom of the upper left-hand corner, on the upper left-hand corner of the page, right under the shopping cart with all the longevity products. You can also call the Bright Side Ben phone team, and they can give you the scoop. They're at 866-755-2470, 866-735-2470, 866-735-2470. And I also encourage you to check out my blog, pharmacistben.com, which we update regularly with blog posts as well as news stories. Thank you to my webmaster, Robert Lundgren. Appreciate everything you do, Robert. I know you're listening out there. So, pharmacistben.com. All right. We are talking about albumin, the protein, the blood protein albumin. Really significant, but very under-recognized. If you've had a liver test done, if you've had a liver panel done, you've certainly seen albumin on the liver panel. Albumin is a major marker for health, for lack of health, for early demise, for degenerative diseases, for liver problems, for circulatory problems. It truly is it's the most important of our blood proteins, and it very likely could be, well, it's at least one of the most important proteins in the body, in the animal kingdom in general, and as it turns out, even in plants and vegetables, as we'll talk about here in a little bit. Albumin is a protein that's found in blood. It attracts water. It acts as a carrier. Drug companies are looking at albumin as a delivery system for delivering drugs to molecules. And albumin also is a protection molecule, protects blood vessels. It has antioxidant properties. But like all proteins, and especially like all active proteins, blood proteins and enzymes and such, albumin has a fragile nature. It's especially fragile and sensitive to the effects of sugar. That means diabetics are especially prone to problems with albumin, as if diabetics didn't have enough problems. And I'm not just talking about full-blown diabetics, but people who are beginning to experience changes in how the body handles sugar are at risk for albumin issues. Diabetes is a progressive disease. You know, a lot of folks will say, I had my blood sugar tested and the doctor says I'm not a diabetic. But you have all the signs of being a diabetic, but the doctor says I'm not a diabetic. That's because diabetes and blood sugar issues are progressively, deteriorate progressively. It's a progressive degenerative kind of condition. So you may not have full-blown diabetes, but you may be on the road to diabetes. You may be dysglycemic or pre-diabetes. Dysglycemia simply means poor blood sugar control, and just because you don't have full-blown diabetes doesn't mean you're not beginning to experience some of the signs of poor blood sugar control. As we said yesterday, this presents the body with two problems, with a double whammy. Elevations in insulin, first of all, can cause growths and fibroids and circulatory problems. Elevations in insulin follow long-term chronic elevations in blood sugar. As our blood sugar climbs, insulin also climbs. Insulin levels also climb. And insulin has its own spectrum of problems aside from elevated blood sugar, including growths and fibroids, circulatory problems. Feminization in men can be associated with elevations in insulin, even if your doctor didn't decree that you're a diabetic. Feminization in men and excess feminization in women. Excess estrogen action, deficiencies in testosterone action, sexual problems, impotence, infertility. These are all things that can follow insulin resistance, even if you're not a full-blown diabetic. Infertility, low libido, muscle wasting, anxiety, insomnia, accumulation of fat, especially in the belly, or if you're for women, the hips and the thighs. All of these are signs that the body is beginning to become resistant to insulin. And as we said yesterday, once insulin resistance kicks in, it's a short hop to testosterone resistance, because testosterone and insulin have a lot of similarities. And that means excess estrogen. Insulin resistance is a big, big, big mess. And that's above and beyond the second problem, which is also a big mess, and that is chronically elevated blood sugar. This relationship between insulin and sugar is very interesting. If you think of a cell as a garage, and you picture a garage door on the outside part of a cell, insulin will function as the garage door opener. In this model, sugar would be your car. When your car comes to the garage, you hit your garage door opener, the garage door opens up, and your car goes in the garage, right? Well, in the cell version of a garage and a garage door opener in a car is sugar is the car. Sugar, your car, comes to the cell, which represents the garage, and then the garage door opener is insulin. Insulin functions like a garage door opener. Boom, the button gets pressed. The garage door on the outside part of a cell opens up, and sugar goes in, just like your car goes into a garage. So insulin's the garage door opener, sugar's the car, and the garage would be represented by the cell. However, over time, lots of insulin, lots of garage door opening, eventually our garage door opener isn't going to work as well. The cell isn't going to listen to the garage door opener. The cell isn't going to listen to insulin, and that means cars are going to start to pile up outside the garage. Cars are sugar. That means sugar is going to start to pile up outside the cells, and that, my friends, is a huge, huge problem above and beyond the problem associated with excess insulin. Excess insulin is a problem. Excess sugar is a problem. If the garage door opener doesn't work, the insulin doesn't work, the cars start to pile up outside the cell, the sugar starts to pile up outside the cell, big problems result. And these cars are not just sugar from sweets. They could be sugar from bread. It could be sugar from potatoes. It could be sugar from rice. It doesn't have to even taste sweet. It's just a function of its chemical structure. Sugar, whether it's sweet or not, just by the function of its chemical structure, is highly flammable, highly explosive, as anyone who's ever had a sugar burn can tell you. And as this sugar starts to pile up, explosions outside the cell start to increase, and that is a really big problem. These explosions, as we said before, are especially likely to react with protein. Protein is also high energy, and the combination of sugar and protein forms something called advanced glycated end products, which are a leading cause of aging. This is especially true about tiny blood vessels in the eyes or in the lower extremities, and of course it's especially true about proteins that are floating around in the blood. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. You are listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. We'll be back right after this. Don't go away.
Hey, Hey, everybody, Jason Lewis here with another great idea from JasonLewisTeam.com. Now, how would you like an energy drink that's actually good for you? That's right, one that not only gives you an afternoon pick-me-up, but that's loaded with the most important antioxidants for reducing the damage from stress. It's called Pollen Burst, and it's a natural burst of energy that lasts for hours. Now, most energy drinks rely on a massive dose of caffeine, sugar, or even vitamin B. Pollen Burst takes a more balanced approach, and that's why I like it. I also love the fact that Pollen Burst has plenty of vitamin D and green tea extract. This is the best energy drink I've ever tried. So trust me, you'll not only like it better than the others, you'll love the way it's individually packaged for freshness as well. They've got these on-the-go stick packs. They're great. Pollen Burst. It's available at JasonLewisTeam.com or simply call 1-855-310-TEAM. For a natural burst of energy, it's Pollen Burst at JasonLewisTeam.com or 1-855-310-TEAM.
Gold isn't for you? Ted Anderson, president of Midas Resources, one of the world's premier gold and precious metal investing firms. I get it. You wouldn't buy gold if you believed that the government is doing a great job, that the Fed will stop handing out trillions of dollars like bailout candy, that Social Security would be there for you. That's not what's happening. You might even pass on gold if the stimulus package wouldn't fuel inflation, or that the dollar wouldn't lose value, or that your retirement would be secure. If all looks rosy to you, then now is not the time to buy gold. For the realists, there have never been more sobering reasons to diversify with gold. Since 2001, the U.S. dollar index has tanked 30%, while gold has risen 300%. Right now, savvy investors are adding gold to their portfolios. You should too. Find out what they know. Call us and I'll send you 10 reasons why gold will do very well. Free. 800-686-2237. 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
To thank you for being a loyal listener, we have a limited time freebie offer for you. Claim your free heirloom tomato seeds, just pay shipping, right now at 123freeseeds.com. These aren't ordinary seeds. These are heirloom, non-genetically modified super seeds that are open pollinated and can be grown, harvested, and replanted endlessly. These survival seeds are actually more valuable than gold in a crisis. Go to 123freeseeds.com and you can get an airtight storage packet of 150 super seeds free while supplies last to say thank you for being a loyal listener. First come, first served. Just cover shipping. Go to 123freeseeds.com now to see if your free heirloom seeds are still available. That's 123freeseeds.com.
Hi, this is Steve Sanchez, and based on a recent study, it was found that 57 million Americans had legal issues over the last 12 months, but only 60% of those studied sought out the services of a lawyer. Why? In a nutshell, affordability. Well, my friends at Legal Shield have created a solution that can help you not if, but when you need an attorney. For as little as $17 per month, Legal Shield will provide you unlimited access to qualified attorneys at an accomplished law firm for advice and counsel on legal issues no matter how serious or trivial. For over 40 years and with 1.4 million families across North America, Legal Shield can help you, the loyal GCN listener. Representatives are standing by now to answer your questions, so call them now at 1-855-340-SAVE. That's 1-855-340-7283, or visit them at lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com.
America's #1 source for independent talk radio for over a decade. We are the GCN Radio Network.
We're back on the bright side. Welcome back, folks. We got the pleasure today of talking to Ted Anderson, president of GCN. Ted has set something up for food donations to the Philippines, and I want Ted to tell us all about it. Greetings. Good morning, Ted. How you doing, buddy?
I am doing good, boy. I tell you, it is one of those things that just came along, and I am so happy that it's like some things come into place when they're supposed to come into place. I mean, the Philippines obviously is a disaster that nobody would have liked to have seen. We have 4 million people out there that have been displaced from their homes. Many of them are children, starving to death. I mean,
starving to death, yeah.
I mean, it's just horrible. So Youngevity just happened to pick up a food company called Go Foods, and they have the foods storable, dried out, in Mylar pouches, stored in nitrogen, so oxygen can't damage the food, and it's good for like 25 years. And what I did is I called Steve Wallach. I didn't call him. I emailed him, and I emailed the big honchos over at Youngevity, and I said, look, we have food that can be delivered to these people. We have to do this. And and they have a foundation already set up to do this type of work. Sunshine over there took care of it, and it's just awesome. So what you have is you have a button on Brightside Ben. If people just go to Brightside Ben, they can take a look in the upper right-hand side of the page. It just says Help Youngevity Feed the Philippines. And it's really a matter of just clicking on that button, and you can see the different options here. I mean, you can feed a family for $16.20, family of 4, and you're not just sending a bowl of rice over there. You're sending real, good food to them, and whey protein milk and so on and so forth. It's very good. You can feed a family of 4 for an entire week for $61.40. I know I can't do that in my budget.
Wow. And it's tasty food too.
From
what I hear. Have you had it yet? I haven't. I talked to Dr. Wallach last week, and he was telling me that it tastes amazing.
Yeah, actually, it is very good, and I've had it, and I just know because Steve Shank is the originator of Go Foods. It came out of eFoods Direct, and I've tasted his food, and I've tasted this stuff. It's fantastic. And so we're going to send over some really good food. The problem is we only have 6 days left to get it out there.
Okay. All right. So if people click on that Help Now link on the upper right hand side of the page at brightsideben.com, what's going to happen?
Well, it'll just automatically pop up a shopping cart, and they can decide what they want to buy. They can buy as little as they want. They can buy as much as they want. And just, plus also you're joining the Brightside Ben team when you do this. And if you want to, you can even just call the phone team, which I believe is 855-660-4261, isn't it?
Yep. No, that's my call-in, 866-735-2470.
Okay.
866-735-2470. So if they call the phone team, they tell them they want to do level 1 or level 2 or whatever level they want to do, level 3, level 4, or if there's level 5 different levels that they can do, then and if they're not a member of the Brightside Ben team, they will be just by doing this?
Yeah, they just automatically become a preferred customer if they'd like to get involved with the business, or even better yet, hey, let's set up a link for you and you get it out to your friends and have them make a donation as well. I mean, I don't care how you do it. I just think it's, here we have a situation, 4 million people displaced. It's just way too many people to let starve to death. Not when it doesn't need to happen. I mean, we have a crate that is being loaded with food right now. Anybody that wants to make a donation, that food is going to go right into that bin, and it's going to go right directly to these people. And you are not sending it off. I mean, sometimes you send money to a foundation, and you don't know how much of it is actually going to be used for food. Here you're actually buying food. People can't eat money. They need to have food right now.
That's awesome. This is it. That's awesome. Now, a couple things. First of all, you said if somebody has a website, they can set this link up on their website as well?
Absolutely.
That's all. How would they go about doing that?
Well, it would be just a matter of calling that number for the team and just say, hey, look, I want that link too. And the team member will set them up real quick, and they'll have a link.
Oh, that is super. All right. Now, I just clicked on level 2, so I'm going to spend $61.40 right now. Purchase now. Now, this is going to go to my qualifying, my QV or BV.
Right, exactly. I mean, if you're a Youngevity distributor, this is probably outside of what the regular listeners do, but you need to qualify your business in order for it to work. And this does take care of your qualifications.
Oh, that's awesome. There's 2 ways you can participate here. If you're not part of Youngevity, just by purchasing level 2 or level 3, you'll become a preferred customer. You'll become a member of the Brightside Ben phone team just by contributing here.
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly how you're going to.
That's so cool. And then on top of that, if you're already a Youngevity distributor, you're already, say, a member of the Brightside Ben team, then this will go towards your qualifying.
Exactly. And the easiest way for a distributor to do it is just to go right in their back office, take a look at the, Be the Change, I believe it is, the link and the back office for the products. Boom, you get the same shopping cart. It pops up to you. You buy the stuff. It all contributes to your own business. And it's deductible too because it's a 501c3. So
that is so cool, Ted. So you can actually get a tax deduction on top of getting your qualifying, on top of helping your business, all of that,
and on top of feeding people,
on top of helping people out. Wow, that is so cool. So for $61.40, you can feed a family of 4 for 1 week. For $176.50 for 2 to 3 weeks. You could feed a family of 4 with good food. That is so cool. Thank you so much, Ted. Hey, before we let you go, how's your dad doing? I know we talk about him periodically about the BTT, and now he was on and off of it. Give us a quick update.
Well, he's on it now. Mom does it because the doctor's saying he needs electrolytes. So that was the key right there. It's no longer BTT, it's electrolytes, and he's on it and he's doing well. As a matter of fact, Ben, he hasn't had to be. He was going into the hospital every 4 days by ambulance because his electrolytes would drop, and they'd give him an IV, and they'd pump him back up, and they'd release him, and
go back.
And this went on between last November through last February. He went on to BTT, hasn't been into the hospital since. So there you go.
That is so cool. BTT 2.0 or the regular one?
Right. I gave him both, so he doesn't have to have the same thing all the time.
That's an awesome story. Thank you so much, Ted, and thanks for sharing that. And really, thank you for doing that as well. That is so cool. So once again, you can go over to my website, brightsideben.com. There's a link on the upper right-hand corner, Help Now. If you click on that, you'll get several options. Whichever one you pick, if you're a member of the Brightside Ben team or a longevity distributor, this will go to your qualifying points. If not, you will become a member simply by contributing. That's correct? Is that correct, Ted? Did I say that right?
Correct. That is correct.
Awesome. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it very much. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, not a problem.
Have a great day. All right, I really encourage you guys to do this. I just purchased $61.40. You know what? I'm going to switch this over to level 3. I'm going to do $176.50, and that goes to my qualifying points. If you guys are already participating in the longevity business, if you're not, you will automatically become a member of the Brightside Ben team simply by contributing to this Philippines fund with Go Foods, which I haven't tried yet, but I did spend the day with Dr. Wallach a couple of weeks ago, and we talked about Go Foods, and apparently this stuff tastes real good. And looking at it right now on the longevity shopping cart, things like vegetable beef stew and cheddar broccoli soup. This is amazing survival food, folks. Stews, soups, whey protein or whey milk. I wonder what that is. Whey good milk is what it's called. I got to look into that. I don't know what that is. Granola. There's all kinds of good stuff here, and you find out all about it at brightsideben.com. There is a Help Now link on the upper right-hand corner of the page on brightsideben.com. All right, so let's see. I want to finish talking about glycation and albumin, just a couple more things, and talk about a couple more effects of albumin. And then we're going to talk about plant albumin. For you vegetarians out there, you don't have to worry about not getting albumin protein, because if you're not eating eggs or you're not eating dairy products, you can still get your albumin from plants and veggies. We'll talk about that tomorrow. When we come back, we're taking your phone calls at 855-660-4261. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We'll be back after this.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right. General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for under $30,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet under $30,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100 foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. Lock in your price now. Take delivery in spring. 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
Shop in your underwear. Get prepared in your pajamas. Get food for camping from the comfort of your own bed. Whatever you do, get in on Freeze Dry Guy's Bean Blowout Sale. There's no better bargain on beans. Dehydrated small red chili beans, pinto beans, and baby lima beans. With a super long shelf life, these healthy beans are a big-time score for emergency preparedness or outdoor activities. Bean Blowout cases of 6 number 10 cans for just $97. only $97 plus free shipping. No need to gas up and go. Shop online now at freezedryguy.com or call 866-404-3663, 866-404-FOOD. This super sale runs now all the way through Cyber Monday, December 2nd, while supplies last. Freeze Dry Guys, beans, they're good for your heart. The more you buy now, the more you feel smart. On sale only at freezedryguy.com.
An e-cig revolution is sweeping across the country. But is yours American-made? Vaporeate e-liquid by LeSig is. Manufactured in Arkansas with 100% USA-sourced ingredients. And when you buy American, you support local jobs. Vaporeate e-liquid by LeSig is top quality at an affordable price. The very principle that once drove the American economy. Get great taste with no ash, tar, or smoke. You'll be wondering why you didn't make the change to Vaporeate e-liquid by LeSig a long time ago. LeSig.com has everything you need, for beginners to the advanced vaping enthusiast, with a wide variety of hardware, and also imported e-liquid flavors as well. Plus, LeSig smokes the competition with fast, free, same-day shipping, real people customer service, and a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. Support our country and become a Vaporeate at LeSig.com or call 870-525-1440, 870-525-1440. LeSig e-cigarettes for today's modern smoker.
It's time for a home security quiz. What effective home security device is smaller than a coffee cup, fakes out burglars into thinking someone is home at your house while you're away, plugs into any wall outlet, is recommended by many police departments, and sells for less than $30? Yes, it's Fake TV. This year, about 1 in every 50 U.S. homes will have a break-in, with burglars usually picking the easy target, a dark house that looks like no one is home. Fake TV is a small electronic security device that makes it look like someone is home watching TV by simulating the light from a real TV. Fake TV could be the difference between coming home to a secure house or one that's been ransacked. To get your Fake TV for only $29.95 with free shipping, go to faketv.com or call 1-877-5-FAKE-TV. That's 877-532-5388 or go to faketv.com. Fake TV, the burglar deterrent.
For over 5 years, you've been hearing about the Berkey Guy, so you may know a few things about him. For example, you are well aware of the superior quality and effectiveness of Berkey water filters and accessories. But did you know the Berkeys have had independent lab tests done to prove just how effective they are? It's true, and he can email you the test results. Just visit GoBerkey.com. You may also know that the Berkey Guy has helped tens of thousands of people get better prepared. Now here's something you may not know. GoBerkey.com has amazing specials and deals all the time on a wide variety of survival and preparedness products. Most ready to ship same day. Visit the Berkey Guy at GoBerkey.com and be sure to click the red Products on Sale Now button. You can always call toll-free 877-886-3653. Again, that's 877-886-3653. GoBerkey.com, home of the Berkey Guy.
Are you tired of searching for great talk radio?
Something more important.
Search no more. We are the GCN Radio Network.
Okay, we're back on the bright side. Thank you for joining us. If you guys are interested in joining the Brightside Ben team, now you got two ways to do it. You can click on the Join the Team link on the upper left-hand corner of the page, or even better, you can click on the Help Now button on the right-hand side of the page, Help Longevity Feed the Philippines, and purchase a product here. They got 5 different levels, ranging from $16.20, which feeds a family of 4 with a meal, or all the way up to $353, which feeds a family of 4 for 5 to 6 weeks with Go Foods, survival foods, things like sun-dried tomatoes and vegetable beef stew, etc. And you'll become a preferred member just by doing that as well. And those are 2 different ways that you can join the Brightside Ben team. Or, of course, you can always call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470, and they can tell you all about it. Okay, on our next Brightside episode, we'll continue talking about glycation of the very important blood protein albumin. We'll talk about elevated blood sugar. And then for you vegetarians, we'll talk about ways that you can get albumin and support your albumin system without having to eat carnivorous substances, without having to eat eggs or dairy either, just by eating vegetables. Especially one particular vegetable or one particular plant material that is especially high in albumin. We'll tell you what that is on our next Bright Side episode. Time to hit our phones. We do have a couple lines open for you at 855-660-4261. Let us welcome my good friend from Oregon, Carl the Truth Raider. What is up, buddy? Welcome to the Bright Side.
Good morning, Ben. Thanks for having me on the show.
Sure. Thanks for calling. What's going on?
You bet. Well, I'm in a little bit in mourning. My $500 Gateway notebook had a stroke.
Oh, I'm so sorry. How old was she? How old was she? Couple
3 years old.
3 years, and it had a stroke?
Underage, yeah.
What are you doing to your computer? That's a bummer, man.
Working morning, noon, and night, doing research, brother.
Is she gone? Is the computer gone, or you can fix it?
No, what I'm gonna first do is I'm gonna, of course, have to take it apart and get all the gold out of it, and then give it a proper burial.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I wish I could tell you to use some Beyond Tangy Tangerine or something, but that's not going to make much of a difference for your
I just don't think it can absorb the nutrients.
No. But how can we help you personally? Because I don't know anything about computers, but I could probably tell you something, a thing or two about you.
Right. Well, I'm glad I had the presence of mind of buying a backup Toshiba, so that I'm able to get your show, because we don't have you on the radio here in our area.
Where in Oregon are you?
Well, just outside of Portland.
Okay.
In the suburbs of Portland, but apparently some of the mass media networks here don't carry the GCN programming.
That's too bad. I love Portland. I'd love to be on out there. In fact, if I was on in Portland, I'd probably come out there a lot more because, man, that's next to Boulder. Portland and Seattle are my two favorite cities, I have to say. I just love the Northwest. But I got a bunch of folks on hold here. How can we help you, Truth Raider? What's good?
Yes, okay. Well, we had a little bit of a tragedy that occurred a couple of months ago, and I want to find out about proper mental chemical balance. He was, for all intents and purposes, the gentleman, which was the supervisor of the other work that I do. I'm a part-time tennis referee. I referee tennis tournaments and tennis matches.
Nice.
And just all of a sudden, he panicked. He had some things going on privately in his life. He panicked, and he committed suicide.
Okay, that's a bummer. So what's going on? You want to talk generally about mental health kind of things?
Yeah.
Let me give you a couple good. Oh, well, you know, that's a tough line to cross there. We talk, obviously, on this program so much about physical well-being, and I'm always, you know, I don't say this as often as I should, but I'm going to say it now, and I probably should say it more often, and that is that when we have a physical health crisis, it is preceded by a spiritual, mental, and emotional crisis, typically. That is, there's usually lurking behind physical illnesses, you will find mental and emotional and spiritual crises as well. And these are what I call the four dimensions of health, or the four dimensions of disease, if you will, or lack of health, and that is spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, in that order. Now, I don't mean to go off and proselytize here, but I got to tell you, spiritual crisis will ultimately show up as physical crisis, and lurking behind most physical diseases is some kind of lack of connection with higher power, higher purpose, whatever you want to call it. I'm not being denominational here. Some kind of sense of spirituality. Then there's the mental and emotional component, and they're kind of similar, almost like two sides of the same coin. The emotions are how the thoughts show up, and the thoughts are how feelings show up, and they're sort of interacted. But every time we think a thought, every time we feel a feeling, it gets changed. It creates a biochemical change in the body, a hormonal change in the body. Every single thought, people, that means, and every single feeling. And if you want to break it down and make it much simpler, crappy feelings, crappy thoughts lead to crappy hormones, lead to crappy bodies. Good feelings, good thoughts, positive feelings, positive thoughts, healing feelings, healing thoughts, happy feelings, happy thoughts lead to positive hormonal changes, which show up as positive changes in the body. So these are extremely important dimensions of the health process that we don't address as often as we should. And when you have a mental health crisis, it's hard to avoid noticing this connection. So I don't want to present that, oh, you just take B vitamins, or as important as they are, oh, you just take fatty acids as important as they are, oh, you just take 5-HTP, or just take magnesium, and it's going to help you with your depression, or it's going to help you with your mental health crisis. They're all important, but you got to focus on the spiritual, mental, and emotional aspects of these kinds of diseases, and of all degenerative diseases, and nothing expresses this more than the manifestation of depression and sadness and all ultimately, tragically, as you described, suicide. So you got to practice good thoughts, practice good feelings. You can sit down in a chair and think good thoughts. Take a good thought supplement, a happy thought supplement, a spiritual thought supplement, a good feeling supplement. Think about your pet. Think about your child. Think about something positive in your life. Just sitting on the couch thinking and feeling good thoughts can be as powerful, create as powerful biochemical changes as any nutritional supplement you could take. So that is critical, and it's especially critical if you're dealing with a mental health crisis. Now, that's not to diminish or marginalize the importance of nutrition for mental and emotional health issues. So once you've taken care of your mental and emotional needs using positive feelings, positive thoughts, once you've reconnected, religged, if you will, in the Greek, that's where we get the word religion, religged, reconnected with spirituality, then you can start working with nutrition. And there's wonderful, wonderful ways to use nutrition and nutritional supplementation for mental health. The first thing I would tell you, the number one thing to do is, believe it or not, is focus on gut bacteria. Gut bacteria, when they become out of balance, and this follows drinking chlorinated water, eating antibiotic-laden food, drinking antibiotic-rich water, taking antibiotics, chlorine, fluorine, fluoride in water, etc. All of these things can conspire to kill off good bacteria. Excess bad bacteria produce toxins. These toxins get into the blood, and then once they're in the blood, they can affect the brain, and this can cause problems like depression and sadness and lethargy and fatigue and all the things we consider to be mental health issues. They can all be secondary to dysbiosis, problems with bacteria in the gut. I know people who take their probiotic supplements, and one of the first things they notice is a change in their mood. And this is understandable when you understand the mechanism of how bacteria can affect chemical changes in the blood, which ultimately will go into the brain. So good probiotic supplement, number one. Fermented foods, number two. Eliminating toxic foods that cause allergic reactions, food additives, that's another strategy. And then there are a second important strategy is stabilizing the blood sugar. When the blood sugar goes up and down, this can have a negative effect on mood. Hang tight, Carl. We'll finish this when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. We'll be back at you with more good health information right after this. Don't go away.
Hello, it's Tom Chenault from The Tom Chenault Show. We are experts in home-based business and residual income. We show people how to make money from their home, either part-time or full-time. And in partnership with Genesis Communication Network, we've organized a team to fight back about people not having money, time, or health. And we need your help. What we want you to do is, if you've got an interest in building an organization to fight back against people taking our money, taking our time, and taking our health, we want to talk to you. All you need to do is call this number, 855-308-8326. Again, all you want to do is call 855-308-8326. You can make a tremendous amount of money and end up fighting for a great cause. Please call us right now.
So we decided to upgrade the look of our home.
You know, improve the curb appeal.
We decided to add the look of stone to the exterior.
We really like the stacked stone look.
Yeah, but when I checked into the price, it was ridiculous. No way could we afford it.
Then a friend told me about Genstone. Genstone.
Genstone comes in lightweight panels made of polyurethane. They've actually engineered the hassle out of installation. No mortar, no mesh. It was easy. Even I could do it.
We just screwed the panels to the wall and it looks like stone. I mean, it really looks like stone.
Yeah, from the box to the wall in minutes.
We love the look of our home now.
And Genstone is durable, comes with a 25-year warranty, and offers additional R-value for insulation.
If you want the look of stone at a price you can afford, call Genstone
at 855-955-STONE.
Trust me, you'll save money.
And you'll love the look.
855-955-STONE. That's 855-955-7866.
What looks good under your Christmas tree and tastes even better? Big Berkey water filters. Yes, the gift of clean water. A gift that provides a great foundation for achieving good health in the lives of your loved ones. A Big Berkey water filter gives them protection from bacteria, heavy metals, chlorine, fluoride, pesticides and herbicides, VOCs and more. And best of all, a Big Berkey water filter is a gift that lasts for many years with no additional investment. And that saves time and money in filter replacements that other water filters require, and are even powerful enough to purify treated, untreated, or even stagnant pond water. As always, all orders over $50 are shipped free, and GCN listeners get 5% off all ceramic filter systems. Order online at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com, spelled Big, B-E-R-K-E-Y, waterfilters.com, or call 877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Gift well this Christmas. Give a Big Berkey water filter.
Do you owe the IRS money that you can't pay? Are tax liens and levies ruining your life? Are you tired of being afraid just to go to the mailbox? If this describes you, then Dan Pilla can help.
Hi, I'm Dan Pilla, and I've been solving tax problems for more than 30 years. In fact, I wrote the book that made it possible to negotiate settlements with the IRS, and I've helped thousands of people do exactly that. Call now at 800-346-6829 to learn how I can help you. You know your IRS debt will not go away by itself, but you don't have to live in fear anymore. New changes to IRS policies will help more people than ever before eliminate their debts once and for all. There's no need for you to suffer another day with IRS debt. Call 800-346-6829. I can help you eliminate wage and bank levies, release tax liens, and negotiate a settlement with the IRS that will put your tax nightmare behind you forever. Call 800-34-NO-TAX or go to my website, taxhelponline.com. That's taxhelponline.com.
The GCN Radio Network, providing the world with hard-hitting talk radio. GCN. Great talk radio starts here.
I got to go fast here, buddy. The lines are completely full, and I don't want to leave anybody on hold again here. So, number one, probiotic. This is for as it regards mental health, emotional health, keeping things balanced, and keeping in mind it's SMEP, spiritual, mental, emotional, and then physical. All right, number one, probiotics, good bacteria. Stay away from food additives. Excitotoxins can be especially problematic. You want to keep blood sugar stable as possible. Hypoglycemia can trigger the release of stress hormones, and that can throw off mood faster than any other biochemical changes. You want to stay away from excessive cortisol secretion, stress hormone secretion, and keeping your blood sugar stable is one of the best ways to do that. More protein, less refined carbohydrates, breads, pastas, all the foods we beat up on here, potatoes and rice and refined dessert products, snack products, that kind of stuff. And then stabilizing, blood stabilizing nutrients like magnesium are very helpful, essential fatty acids are very helpful, and probably the premier brain health nutrients that everybody needs are the B complex. B for brain. We will spend a lot of time talking about the B complex here sometime in the next few weeks because they are super, super important. And in my humble opinion, I think that much of our health crisis, our degenerative disease health crisis, is based on the fact that the B vitamins are singularly deficient in the American diet. That's because the B complex are the vitamins of life, and as soon as a plant is picked out of the ground or as soon as an animal is killed, the B vitamins are the first nutrients that vaporize, that disappear. And the more processed foods we eat, and that includes processing like just picking a plant out of the ground counts as a type of processing, and we're all eating these kinds of foods, and we're all subsisting on these kinds of foods, the odds are very good that for most of us we're dealing with B complex deficiency, and there's many, many ways that this can show up. On top of that, because they're water soluble, you urinate them out. If you're not constantly replacing these B complex vitamins, it's very easy to run into mental health and emotional health issues, among other health issues. This is why the Beyond Tangy Tangerine is such an important product, you guys. Even if you're not supplementing, even if you're not taking any other supplements, the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, because it is liquid, because it's loaded with the B complex, and because you can sip on this stuff all day long, it allows you to replace these B vitamins, these B complex vitamins throughout the day as you're losing them. It's like giving yourself an IV drip of the B complex, and that's why I talk about this BTT, the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, 2, 3, 4, 5 times a day, every day on the bright side. It's $50 a canister. It's one of the best investments you can make for overall health, but especially for mental and emotional health. And I hope I helped you, Truth Raider. I know we went really fast on that. Call me back if you have any other questions, okay, buddy? And best of luck with your new computer, too, Carl. Thank you. Thank you for calling. I hope we got Carl. I hope I didn't just talk to nobody there. Is Carl there?
Yes, I'm there. And I'll also send out a food pack to the
Thank you, Carl. God bless you, man. Thanks, bro. Okay, take care, man. Christy in Texas, welcome to the bright side. What's up?
Hi.
Hi. How you doing?
I am doing great. I have a question about my dad. He is 68.
Okay.
And about 5 years ago, he was diagnosed with tardive dyskinesia.
Tardive dyskinesia. Was he on a psychotropic? Was he on
He was on Abilify.
Okay, there you go. So you got tardive.
And the way they treated it is they doubled the dose of the medicine.
Dude, let me tell you, tardive dyskinesia is one of the most distressing of all the side effect diseases that you could ever have. For the listeners, tardive dyskinesia is a classic toxic reaction or adverse reaction associated with brain meds. With what they call psychotropic drugs, Haldol, Stelazine, Mellaril, Bioridazine. There's a whole bunch of them. Drugs that they give you when you're having psychotic episodes, or unfortunately these days, drugs that will give you just if you're depressed, like Abilify. Tardive dyskinesia is the body being just pissed off. It's a body that's ticked off that you're taking these drugs, and it responds by causing movement disorders, tics and twitches, and this is what tardive dyskinesia is. Dys means dysfunction, like breakdown. Kinesia means movement. Tardive means degenerative. It's a degenerative movement disorder, tardive dyskinesia. And it basically only occurs after you take these kinds of drugs. So for them to double his drugs to reduce did it help, by the way, the tardive dyskinesia?
It helped his movements,
but now he's all drugged out.
He's
zonked out.
Now on a drug called Xanazine.
Xanadine?
Xanzine. Xanazine?
I don't know.
It's made for Huntington's disease. It's made in.
Okay. That's a, believe it or not, that's a kind of antihistamine. It's called a phenothiazine antihistamine kind of drug, and it's used to treat weird movements. Huntington's chorea is a weird movement disease. It's a movement disorder. Chorea as in choreography, as in dance, and tragically, Huntington's chorea gets its name because it looks like people are dancing. They're not dancing. They can't control their movements. So listen, here's what you do. Number one, he doesn't need the darn Abilify. I don't want to tell him what to do or what not to do with his medication, but he doesn't need the Abilify. Was he depressed? Is that the problem? They put him on the
Abilify? Yes, he was.
Well,
he was. He's off of Abilify, but they still have him on a low dose.
Well, he doesn't need it. It's not. He doesn't need it. It's only poisoning his body and breaking it down. This is why I do the program, you guys. I am a registered pharmacist, okay? And I probably won't be for very long if anybody from the State Board of Pharmacy hears this program, but I can't help it. I got to tell you the truth. There is no such thing as a good prescription drug. The body hates them, and it responds with things like tardive dyskinesia and movement disorders. So if this was my dad or my granddad or somebody I knew, I'd tell him, get off the darn drugs and start to work with nutrients that help with movement. And there's many, many, many of them. The B vitamins are probably the first thing to think about. Get your dad on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine Toot Sweet now, stat, immediatamente, right this moment. Hang up the phone, call your longevity rep, or click on the shopping cart at brightsideben.com and get your dad on the B complex right away. Get him on the essential fatty acids as well, omega-3 fatty acids, very important for movement and for muscle control. Also magnesium. Get him on the OsteoMag, very important as well. In fact, the whole Mighty 90 would be beneficial for your dad. Keep him off of sugar and refined flour products. Those will throw off movement disorders as well. And the best way to do that is to get him onto a good protein supplement. More whey protein, more protein from egg. If he's eating meat or fish, more meat and fish protein, even dairy protein as long as it's raw dairy. You don't want the pasteurized kind. And wean him off of the sugars and the foods that spike his blood sugar. You know the drill. Using nutrients that stabilize blood sugar might be advisable also. I like the sweeties from longevity, chromium and vanadium. The amino acids taurine and arginine might be helpful as well. Off the drugs, on a good nutritional supplement program that features the B complex, like things like the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, stabilize the blood sugar, and of course, if he has any digestive health issues, those need to be addressed as well. And I got to move on, Christy, but thank you so much for your call, and God bless it. God bless you. I hope everything works out with you and your dad. All right, Steve in Virginia, what is going on? Welcome to the bright side.
Hello. Excuse me.
Hey,
yes,
Steve.
hello. We have some friends, and the wife has some problems. She has, the husband said she has the high blood pressure and something, diabetes, and then something to do with the higher pressure in the lungs. I'm not quite sure what that's referring to, but...
Okay, so how can I help you? Were you looking at some nutritional supplements?
Just to try to see what we
What was the first thing you said? You said blood pressure, hypertension?
Yes.
All right, number one, here's a couple ideas for you. This guy's just breaking down. It doesn't matter what's happening. He's basically, his body's falling apart. All of these are signs of the classic manifestation of overall degeneration, including the blood sugar problems and the hypertension. I did talk yesterday, and I told the folks that the number one, in fact, the only reason the body degenerates is because the body's stress response system, the emergency response system, is called the sympathetic nervous system, is in chronic long-term overdrive. There's two great nervous systems in the body. You have the nervous system of thriving and relaxation, and you got the nervous system of surviving and stress. And when you have issues with hypertension, issues with blood pressure, elevated blood pressure, issues with blood sugar, overall degeneration, what you are looking at 100% of the time, and you could tell this to your doctor, 100% of the time you are looking at long-term chronic activation of the sympathetic stress nervous system. That means we got to figure out how to quiet that survival nervous system down, activate the parasympathetic relaxation nervous system, and there's many ways to do it. The best way is get on a nutritional supplement program like the one designed by Doc Wallach and all the folks at Longevity. There's so much more to talk about that. I don't want to rush through this, Steve. Can you call back tomorrow, buddy? Because this is a very important question. I hope you can call back.
Yeah, we can call back tomorrow.
Call back tomorrow. We'll take your first up. Brian in Texas, apologize for leaving you on there. If you call back tomorrow, we'll get you first. We'll get you right after Steve. If you call back tomorrow, and I apologize. Hate leaving you guys on hold, but that's just how it is. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. Thank you so much for joining us today. Click on the Join the Team link on brightsideben.com, or click on the Help Now link if you want to contribute some food to the Philippines and help me in my mission to educate the world about the importance and power of a good nutritional supplement program. We'll talk to y'all later, folks. Bye for now.
To thank you for being a loyal listener, we have a limited time freebie offer for you. Claim your free heirloom tomato seeds, just pay shipping, right now at 123freeseeds.com. These aren't ordinary seeds. These are heirloom, non-genetically modified super seeds that are open-pollinated and can be grown, harvested, and replanted endlessly. These survival seeds are actually more valuable than gold in a crisis. Go to 123freeseeds.com and you can get an airtight storage packet of 150 super seeds free while supplies last to say thank you for being a loyal listener. First come, first served. Just cover shipping. Go to 123freeseeds.com now to see if your free heirloom seeds are still available. That's 123freeseeds.com.
Time and time again.
You need to come here and help us. We need assistance, please.
Those we should be able to depend on let us down.
Federal and state and local officials saying help is on the way. Well, the folks here in Belle Harbor say, show me.
Don't depend on the government to save you. Take action now so that you're prepared for the next disaster with MyPatriotSupply.com. Get the best prices on storable food, non-GMO seeds, water filtration devices, home canning equipment, survival and self-reliance books, and more at MyPatriotSupply.com. Call 866-229-0927.
We are hurting down here, and we need help immediately.
Before it's time to survive, it's time to prepare. MyPatriotSupply.com. MyPatriotSupply.com.